15, 5. Nope, I forgot it. What's going on, everybody? I am Clever, and welcome to another episode of Skill Tree, where we learn how to do basically everything from the internet. In today's episode, we're going to learn how to open this with this. So channel your inner rogue. We have a skill to learn. Alright, so fishing around in my things today, I found a lock that I completely forgot the combination for. In all honesty, I never really memorized the combination. I think I wrote it down somewhere, and then I lost that. So while I was stuck staring dumbly at the face of my combination lock, trying to remember the combination, I did what everyone in our generation has come to do. I asked the Google gods. Because seriously, when you have the power of the internet, can a lock really stop you? Come now. So without much further ado, I give you how to open a padlock with a soda can. Let's level up this skill. So you want to start with an empty can with the inside cleaned out. Alright, now go ahead and cut that top part off. Make a vertical cut down the middle of the can, and then cut the bottom of the can off as well. What you're left with is this nice sheet of aluminum, or aluminium, as our friends across the pond would say. Now you're going to want to cut a little over an inch off. You can save the rest for later in case you find yourself need to open more padlocks. Now you're going to start cutting a little tab out by making rounded cuts coming out from the center. Then open up those cuts by cutting away this little triangle that's left over. The remaining material should look like a little M. See that there? Now we got to give this thing some strength, because as it is, it's really flimsy. You're going to want to go ahead and fold over the top part, not covering over any of the space in that tab. Then bend those little wings right up and around. So now you have this little tab that's sticking down here, and these two little wings off to the sides which have some body to them now that you folded it up. Alright, so now we need to shape this thing into an effective tool. So using the outside of the lock's shank, you're going to go ahead and fold the piece of metal around it. So what you're left with is a nice rounded piece of aluminum that fits snugly around the shank and leaves you with two little handles which you can hold. Okay, so now for actually using it to release the latch of this lock. When you're looking at the face of a lock, the left side is usually where the little latching bar that holds it in place actually sits. So that's the side we're going to want to attack with our little tool here. Place the tool on the inside of the shank and start to work it down into the space between the shank and the lock body itself. You're going to want to take this a little slow. The piece of aluminum you're shoving down in there isn't particularly strong, it's really thin, and I ruined a few pieces while filming this, just bending it up and trying to cram it in there. Once you're down as far as you think you can go, pull up on the shank of the lock. Check that out. Look at that. Alright, I'm not going to lie to y'all, this is scary effective. I've made, whilst filming this thing, 3 of these because they usually only last one time, just because of how narrow this piece is. But every single one of them has opened the lock. I mean, when I wasn't trying to just cram it in there and I was actually taking my time with it. That's really cool, and honestly a little scary. Like, what's the purpose of this if I could just open it with leftover scraps from a soda can, right? That being said, I'm sure the manufacturers of these locks didn't count on us being such highly skilled individuals. And there you have it. You now have the skills to render this into just silly fence jewelry or something. That being said, no, I'm only showing this to you so you can open your own locks, you thieving little creatures. So please, pick responsibly. That sounds like something you'd say to somebody who picks their nose a lot. Like, when you feel a resistance, stop, Timmy. Anyways, if you liked what you saw, please hit that like button. Also, don't forget to subscribe so you can see when I release new skills. And do me a solid, leave something down in the comments section of a skill you want to learn. Alright, I'm out of here. I got a whole bunch of super legal things to do. Remember, I was with you the whole time, and keep leveling up, you.